Phantasmal Flames is the latest Pokemon TCG expansion in the Mega Evolution series, which is one of the smallest sets in recent history with only 94 unique cards. With the likes of Mega Charizard X, EX, Mega Gengar, and more Mega Evolution Pokemon, pre-release events are happening right now. Check out the event locator on Pokemon.com or use the Play Pokemon Access app to find an event near you. Let's dive into a build and battle kit, see which one of the 4 promo cards I get, crack into the packs, and build a functional 40 card deck. All right, hey everybody, Stupid here, welcome back to the channel, and today, as mentioned in the introduction, we're going to dive into a Phantasmal Flames build and battle kit. This is the second set in the Mega Evolution set, and it's really small. There's only 94 cards, not counting like secret rares and alternate arts and such. So we're going to crack this open and see what we get in our 40 card build and battle deck, as well as the 4 booster packs. Edit this to be a updated 40 card deck, and we'll go from there. Before you go to a pre-release, if you've never been to one before, it's pretty casual, pretty chill. Everyone gets one of these kits to start. You get to open it up and see what's inside, crack some packs, have some fun, and you get to play with the cards in the box. If you pull 5 copies of the same card, the rule of 4, like a normal deck construction for Pokemon, does not apply, so you can play as many of those as you need. And your local tournament organizer, store, professor, judge should have extra energy cards around in case you need to like add additional or change types or so on and so forth. So for the most part, if you go, make sure you take some sleeves, some dice, a play mat. I prefer right now katana sleeves, and if I pull any super sick bangers, I've got some perfect fit ones to protect those cards for my collection. But let's just dive in. And as I joke in every video that we do for these, that you don't open anything with a knife. No, I don't. I'm going to use the regional championships pin that I got at the Pittsburgh regional championships, and I'm just going to go ahead and dig into the plastic there, and let's bust this baby open. As always, we will take a look at the set list insert first. Oh, we see we have Flygon. The other promos are Ceruledge, Toxtricity, and Zacian. Here we have the little intro thing. There's a little QR code. Fill out their online survey. So, hey, go do that. But yeah, here's the set list. Normally we have like 4 rows of cards and the text is really small, but this is really fleshed out. So we've got down here 94 main set cards, and then from 95 to 130 we go into the illustration rares, the gold cards, the full arts, and the special illustration rares, and the mega hyper rares, so the gold Charizard. But there's the set list. I'm sure it's been leaked online already. And of course, let's dive in. Of course, we have our Flygon kit and our 4 booster packs. We have one of each art. We've got the Mega Lopunny, Mega Heracross, Mega Charizard X, and Mega Gengar. I am channeling the Mega Gengar luck with the OG champion Gengar Mimikyu playmat. But let's dive into our 40 card build and battle deck. I'm going to remove the code card because they're not live yet, so we can't use it anyways. So we have our Flygon with Sandy Flapping. I'm going to get zoomed in here real quick and focus. It should just take a second. Perfect. Sandy Flapping. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may use this ability. You may also use this ability if this Pokemon is in the active spot and is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon. Discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. In pre-release, you're playing with a 40 card deck, so taking 2 away might take some time. So evolving 1, getting knocked out, you're discarding 4 cards. This is probably the worst of the 4 pre-release promos in my opinion. So let's see what we can do. Here's our trainer tips card. It talks about the Flygon that we just ran over, and then a Gliscor, which should be pretty close. So we have Trapinch, basic fighting energy, Vibrava. We have a Lily's Determination, a Hilda. These are both really good reprints for standard format. Duskfall, Premium Power Pro, another fighting energy. We have Gligar, Trapinch, Fighting Gong, fantastic, another fighting energy. We have Dawn, a new card here. This was in the Gengar decks that came out. But search your deck for a basic, a stage 1, and a stage 2. Reveal them and put them in your hand, and then shuffle your deck. So that's pretty fantastic. So I'm going to get the supporters and items together as we go through all of this. I know I zoomed in pretty close, but we got another Vibrava. We have our first look at Gliscor. 120 damage with Poison Ring. It does 120 HP, not damage. Poison Ring for one fighting. It does 50 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned during their next turn that can't retreat. Okay, so it locks them out and poisons them. So we've got that. We've got another Lily's Determination. More Trapinch. We have a rare candy to go into Flygon and a second Flygon. Another Lily's Determination. Wow, that's 3 Lilies. That's pretty good. Dusk Ball, Gliscor. Number 2, another fighting, another Hilda, a fighting Gong, a Gligar, fighting another Dawn, fighting rare candy, another Flygon, another Trapinch, a fighting, and a Premium Power Pro. So we've got the lights running out on me. That's cool. I don't know what's up with that. But yep. All right. So super scuffed video. So I hope you enjoy the comedy. We've got 2 Premium Power Pros, 2 Fighting Gongs, 2 Rare Candies, 2 Dusk Balls, and a switch for our item cards. Supporters, we've got 3 Lily's Determination, 2 Dawn, and 2 Hilda. So seems consistent. And then in the terms of Pokemon, we've got a 2-2 Gligar, Gliscor line. We've got 4 Trapinch, 2 Vibrava, and 3 Stage 2 Flygon. So hey, you know what? Actually, maybe the mill strategy is really cool. So I'm going to move these out of the way, and then we can dive into the booster packs here. We'll start with the Gengar pack. Remove the code card for now. We'll throw the energy up to the front and flip this around. We have a basic Lightning. We have Lombre, Duraludon. This card art is absolutely sick. Is this Shinji Kondo? Yeah, this is so cool. This is like some Godzilla-esque, like Mecha Godzilla Hyper Beam kind of vibes. That's so awesome. Another Gligar, so probably into the deck. We have a Prinplup, another Dawn, definitely into the deck. We have an Archaludon, coded attack 120 for 3 metal during your next turn, prevent all attacks by basic Pokemon. Interesting tech maybe for like standard Archaludon decks. We have a Toxel Reverse, a Zigzagoon, and oh, all right, we have a full art Mega Heracross EX. Our deck is not grass, so we can't really use this unless we just kind of go degen. But for 2 grass, it does 100 damage, and if this Pokemon was damaged by an attack from your opponent's next turn, or from your opponent's last turn, this attack does that much more damage. So if they hit you for 20, you're attacking for 120. If they hit you for 100, you're hitting them for 200. So it's like retaliation effectively. And then Mountain Ramming for 3 grass, 170. Discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. This is pretty cool. We're gonna get him into a perfect fit Katana sleeve. Again, shout out to Ultimate Guard. They've hooked me up in the past with some stuff, and I do very much enjoy their binders, accessories, their sleeves. See, look at me. I'm not even prepared. This is just such a scuffed everything. And then oh, I didn't realize the glare from the Zigzagoon was so bad. Guys, I'm so sorry. It's so soft. It's so scuffed. All right, there we go. We got our Mega Heracross. All right, so no one of these commons there, but maybe Gligar and Dawn. I'll zoom out just a tad little bit here and refocus up. All right, next pack, we have our Charizard. Remove the code, energy to the front, and let's dive in. We've got Metal, Carvana, Yamper, another Vibrava, okay, Bramblin, Honchkrow, Grimsley's move. This supporter is really cool. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Put a dark Pokemon you find there onto your bench. Shuffle their cards and put them onto the bottom of your deck. You can't use this card during your first turn. What's cool is it just says dark Pokemon. So it can be a Mega Gengar. It can be this Honchkrow that we just pulled. It can be a lot of different stuff. Really cool. We got another Gliscor. We have a Cerule Edge. This is one of the other pre-release promos. So if you get the pre-release promo of the Cerule Edge, your deck can be built around it. But for 1 fire, Infernal Slash for 220, discard 4 basic fire energy cards from your hand. If you can't discard any in this way, it does nothing. But 220 for 1, discarding 4 is really good. I think this plays into like actual Cerule Edge decks in standard, and I think it's really cool. We have a Seal, and we have the Zacian, which is another pre-release promo. in this event. You've got 130 HP with limit break for a psychic and a colorless. It does 50 plus. If your opponent has 3 or fewer prize cards remaining, it does 90 more damage. So after they've taken their first prize, since you're playing with 4 prize cards in a 40 card deck, this is hitting for 140 for 2 energy every turn. That's pretty good in pre-release format. I think this is going to be a menace here. So we'll see what happens here. All right. I'm going to take a second to reset things, and then the power of editing. You will never know what happens. All right. Into the next pack, we've got the Mega Heracross, which we've already pulled. So not a bad little kit whatsoever. Getting a full art Mega. Move the energy up to the front, flip it around. We have a Psychic, we have a Smeargle, Energizing Sketch, flip 3 coins, and I'm attaching an amount of basic energy to the number of heads from your discard pile of your bench Pokemon anywhere. You're like, man, it's not bad. Maybe usable in some of the pre-release decks. We have Toxel, Bronzor, we have a Mimikyu with Call for Family, another Gliscor, Fire Breather. Search deck for up to 7 basic fire energy cards. Reveal them, put them in your hand, then shuffle your deck, which works with that Ceruledge Edge we just pulled. And here's another copy of that Ceruledge Edge. I wish we got the Ceruledge Edge promo. We've got an Oddish and the Sacred Charm. Oh, we got our Vileplume behind it. We have Sacred Charm. The Pokemon this is attached to takes 3 less damage from attacks from Pokemon that have an ability. Maybe inclusion. And then our Vileplume. Pollen Bomb and Lively Flower are the attacks. All right, we're down to the last booster pack. Again, thank you for always supporting these videos, coming and checking them out, commenting, questioning. I appreciate all of you. If you're new here, drop a like on the video, subscribe for more Pokemon TCG content, and of course, join the Discord server. I'm more active in Discord than I am able to record videos. I started a new job, and we'll talk about that in the future. But for now, here we are. We are in our last pack of Phantasmal Flames. We have a Dugong with thick, fat, a chunky Dugong. This Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks from your opponent's fire or water Pokemon. We have a Baneri, Darumaka, Milcery, Mamoswine. We have Jumbo Ice Cream. Heal 80 damage from your active Pokemon that has 3 or more energy attached. The Flygon only needs 2 energy, but I mean, healing 80 is kind of funny. We have a Wigglytuff with Round and Seismic Toss. We have a Paldean Tauros reverse, a Togedemaru reverse, and another Flygon. Okay, all right. I take everything back I said about Flygon. Are we foreshadowing a Mega Flygon? All right, so our potential inclusions into the deck are going to be the extra Flygon, the Gliscors, the Vibrava, the Dawn, the Sacred Charm, maybe. Probably not. I'm going to go ahead and cut, and then I'm going to lay out my 40 card deck, and then we'll talk about it. All right, and I am back with my 40 card edited deck after cracking the packs. I did decide to increase the count of Gligar and Flygon from what we pulled, as well as Dawn, and I effectively just removed some of the fighting energy. So we are playing a 4-3-4 Flygon line with that Sandy Flapping, which when you evolve, discards the top 2 cards of their deck, and when it gets knocked out, discards the top 2 cards of their deck. Additionally, we're playing a 3-2 line of Gliscor for the Poison Ring. I did get 2 more Gliscor from the packs, but I think it's enough, and I wanted to have enough energy cards as well. So like I could have done a 3-3 and left the energy down to 6, but I think this is enough ultimately, because I only need 1 energy for each Gliscor, so there's 2, and then if I effectively get to play 2 Flygons, you know, I've got 2, 4, 5 energy, so I should be okay. In terms of supporters, we have 3 the Lily's Determination, which is never going to give you the full 8 cards since you're playing 40 card decks. You're never going to have 6 prize cards. You're only going to ever have 4, so you're always just going to shuffle draw 6. So that's our draw supporter. We have Dawn to find a basic, a stage 1, and a stage 2, which will get us any combination of any of our Pokemon. Additionally, we have Hilda to search for an evolution and an energy, so we can play less energy cards in the deck, and we can rely on Hilda to help us find the fighting energy. Additionally, to find the fighting energy, we have 2 copies of Fighting Gong to also find our Gligar and Trapinch, help us set up. Dusk Ball is an interesting inclusion into the pre-release kit. You look at the bottom 7 cards of your deck and look for a Pokemon that you find that way. So you could find your evolution pieces if need be. So, you know, who knows what's going to ultimately happen with that. And they have 2 copies of Premium Power Pro. You do 30 more damage with your fighting type Pokemon. So effectively Poison Ring can hit them for 80, and then the poison damage will tick between the turn and do 10 more damage. So effectively, if they have like a 90 HP basic Pokemon and you're able to like hit them with Gliscor and Premium Power Pro, then you can knock them out. We have 2 rare candy to cheat Trapinch up into the Flygon, so we can potentially bypass the Vibrava. So with 4 Flygon, 3 Vibrava, 4 Trapinch, 2 rare candy, we should be consistently milling their cards out. And then last but not least, we have a single copy of Switch. They all have 1 retreat across the board. So it's just nice to be able to not have to worry about discarding energy to pivot around, and it helps us preserve an energy since we're playing so less. But this is my 40 card deck that I netted out of the build and battle kit for Phantasmal Flames. Again, if you found this informative, helpful, and entertaining, goofy from the failures during the pack opening segment, let me know down below in the comments. Of course, don't forget to subscribe for more Pokemon TCG content. Follow me over on Twitch for some variety gaming if you want. Check out the Discord server. Follow me on Twitter and wherever else. All the links, as always, are down in the description. But that's it from me. Much love. I'll see y'all in the next video.